Grabowski brothers had been making wagons for horse and wagons when they decided to make trucks before the turn of the 20th century. And the operation ran this modern plant where they produced cabs and city buses and some trucks. That is the beginnings of what we now know as GMC Truck. My name is Bob Wyatt, and I am a GM retiree. The Plant 2, as it was referred to, the South Boulevard plant, was the main plant. The old Plant 1 site was added onto when General Motors bought what's known as Plants 3, 4, and 5, has been demolished, and that is a site for future development. And the only remaining plant of all this history is the newer plant, Plant 6 on Updike Road. When you first went in a plant as a new young person, it was awesome. A plant was like a small city. It had its own cafeterias, and it had its own medical facility, and it was in many ways like a family. GM operation here has had a lot of impact on the local community. You had your hourly workers and your management workers all coming together to build these products. We saw the development of some former GM property, some Marriott hotels, gas station, a donut shop, and a burger shop. A series of fast food restaurants had developed, and then some other property across the street that had belonged to GM out of the business that came out of that plant remains, and many of the businesses and opportunities created for others remains open to speculation.
I work for Forey Automation as we build tooling. The slowdown in vehicles as far as sales is affecting everybody from Honda to Nissan to GM to Chrysler. The sales, which decreased by millions of units a year, and we don't know where the bottom yet is and when it's going to stabilize or come back up to a normal level. One of the big questions that we get from our bank is this financing for GM or Chrysler work, and they're very negative if that is the case. So at this point, we're running on a skeleton crew. We probably laid off 40% of our workforce over the last year. We have decreased to 32 hours throughout the end of last year and the first month into this year. We're still laying off individuals. When you have, say, the truck plant in Pontiac, the biggest problem is there was money that was put forward by General Motors for that local community. Basically, whether it was charity events or just community events, there was money put forward that money is going to go away. The community contributions financially by those companies are also going to be gone. And that to me, I think, is the most direct impact on the community, other than people just losing their jobs.
So how long have you been in this area?
We've been in this area, in the Pontiac area, for 31 years. Well, the atmosphere that we try to have here is something as a family-type orientated thing where everyone is kind of like on the movie Cheers. Everybody comes in. We have quite a few local people. I call them Coney cronies. And at one point in time, if you were to make a target in this area, my front door would have been the bullseye because we were sitting right in the middle of Chrysler's truck and bus headquarters in the Silverdome, all within a mile of the front door. Well, at one point in time, we were strictly all automotive, and then we had some local people, and then all the subsidiaries that work for the automotive that are no longer occupied by anyone. And a friend of mine came in, he does the real estate over there. He said that at one point in time, there were 10,000 people, and as we speak, there are 300. So that was very devastating, and I really never realized how much we had going on for ourselves until it was all gone. But it's been 8 long years, and I've gone back to teaching drivers ed. I'm trying to get a teaching job, which that's just about impossible today with all the layoffs. My wife has also done a little bit of side things on her own just to survive and try to pay the rent. I don't know how George's Coney Island is going to survive.